But whatever changes they are going to make on 15th.
Hello and a very warm welcome to all of you. I hope you're all having a good Sunday evening because we are here now to talk about India versus South Africa, the second T20 international of the series. And India will look to seal the series with another win here after winning the first T20 international in Thiruvananthapuram. I'm joined here by Ashok Malhotra, former Indian cricketer, former selector. But Ashok sir, first of all, welcome and thank you so much for joining us here on the show.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now for all of you who are joining us, well, the news from Guwahati is, firstly, the good news is that there is no rain in sight, at least for now. And the good news and the other news is that South Africa won the toss and they have opted to field first. That's right. And Rohit Sharma at the toss then said that he would have liked to field as well. But Temba Bavuma, the captain of South African team, says he's going to bowl first, and you know, he says this looks like a different pitch, and he wants to do the job with the ball and then the batters to finish it off. And there's one change in the South African lineup. There's Lungi Ngidi, who's actually been bowling very well this year, comes in for Tabraiz Shamshi. So that's the change for South Africa. We'll get you the Indian team's team sheet as well, Indian team's playing 11 as well. But before that, Ashok sir, it's in a way good for India to bat first because, I mean, some of the players there in this series need game time. And, you know, what we saw even in the last game, both Dinesh Karthik and Rishabh Pant didn't get any opportunity. So in that sense, it's good that India bat first.
Well, that is true. You know, at least we will also know how we do well when we bat first. Can we set a good target? Because setting a good target is a different ball game. Chasing a target is a different ball game. We seem to be good chasers. We prefer to bat second. So that's a good opportunity for us. And as you very rightly said, we can probably test our somebody like Rishabh Pant, somebody like Dinesh Karthik, who are in the side but has never got the opportunity because most of the runs are being scored by the top 4 or 5.
Okay, now Rohit Sharma at the toss has said that yes, we would have liked to field as well. So they were still interested in chasing sir. Just want to come out, play some good cricket and entertain the crowd. We've never beaten these guys here and it's going to take a lot of effort from everyone to do that. And we've come out prepared and pretty much ready for the game. Not sure how the conditions will be. When I touched the pitch, there was some stickiness and we're going to be a little cautious now. At the start, we got a solid batting lineup and he's saying at the end of it that they are playing the same team. So no changes there. Mohammad Siraj, who was added to the squad, one thought that maybe he'd be given an opportunity, or Umesh Yadav, you know, because now they are looking to try other bowlers in case Jasprit Bumrah does not take that flight to Australia, is not fit. But they've gone in with the same team. So Indian team, same playing 11 for them. South Africa, they have won the toss and they have opted to field first. Good news is that there is no rain in sight, at least for now, and we'll be hoping and praying that it stays that way and we get a full game of cricket. So, sir, just talking about the Indian team now, no changes there. It looks like they want to keep trying the same bowling combination. And why not? The bowling really did work well, even though the conditions were favoring the bowlers in the last match. But I guess they want to give everybody, you know, an opportunity in this game as well. So no changes there. What do you think of that?
See, batting is coming good. It is the bowling which is very suspect for us. We are struggling with the bowling. So defending a target, we'll see how our bowlers perform, especially the Harshal Patel, especially Deepak Chahar when the stick is flying, Arshdeep Singh, and even Ashwin. You know, last match, I mean, anybody could have bowled well because they were 9 for 5 and there was no chance of recovering. So now if you put runs on the board and if there's a target to be defended, and maybe due factor might come. Because in Assam, Guwahati, due factor definitely comes in. So it might be a difficult task for our bowlers. How will they do? How well they contain the South Africans? We'll need to see. But I still say Bavuma is the one who they're going to struggle with, because Reza Hendricks, who has scored 450s on a trot in England, is sitting out just to adjust Bavuma because he's captaining the side. So that is where the trouble starts for South Africa, because first 6 overs, I think pressure mounts on Quinton de Kock.
That's right. Also, sir, now there is, just before we got in and we started this show, was the Indian ODI squad for the South Africa series. After this series, that was announced. So let's just take that also, and then we'll come back to this match, because what this does is it sort of gives us a clarity on who, in case Jasprit Bumrah does not recover in time, who will be replacing him. Now, take a look at that. South Africa, the ODI series squad against South Africa. Shikhar Dhawan will be captaining, and Shreyas Iyer has been given the responsibility of vice captaincy. There's Ruturaj Gaikwad. Shubman Gill finds his name in this squad, and how good has he been in ODIs in the recent times. Rajat Patidar, that's a new face, and you know, we've seen how well he's been doing, so he finds a place there. Rahul Tripathi, Ishan Kishan, Sanju Samson, the 2 wicket keepers. Shahbaz Ahmed's there. Shardul Thakur, Kuldeep Yadav, Ravi Bishnoi. Mukesh Kumar, fresh from his heroics in Irani Trophy, he is there. Then there is Avesh Khan, Mohammad Siraj, Deepak Chahar. Now that's where you get the clarity, sir, that Mohammad Siraj and Deepak Chahar both are in this ODI squad. And I think the Indian team leaves for South Africa because they have 2 practice games on the 6th of this month. So from what we can see from this squad, it is pretty clear that the team management believes that in case Jasprit Bumrah is not fit, it's not Deepak Chahar or Mohammad Siraj who will be replacing him. Looks like it'll be Mohammad Shami.
Yeah, looks like, and it's a very positive thought, if I may say, because he has the experience of playing international cricket. He's done well in international cricket. I would not count out Mohammad Siraj and Deepak Chahar, because both are competent bowlers who have done well in international level. But Mohammad Shami is probably number one in the pecking order. So definitely, I would expect that, but it is a test for Mohammad Siraj and Deepak Chahar, because they're just trying them and seeing what they can do or what they can't, although it's a longer version of the game. But Deepak Chahar, he's got another opportunity to showcase his talent, present his case that I belong here. I don't need to be made to sit out, and you can't play Umesh Yadav ahead of me because I'm a better bowler than him, especially in T20 cricket.
That's right, but sir, that's what I was saying, that now what seems to be happening is that this team, the players in this team are going to play the whole series. So they're not going to be able to go for the World Cup. I mean, a late addition they might be, but India do play practice games there, and the team flies from here on the 6th to Perth. Do you still see a Deepak Chahar or a Mohammad Siraj being added to that squad in Australia? Because I get the sense now that they're very clear that it's not them, and they'll probably take Mohammad Shami. I don't know. I'm just sort of trying to figure out what they are looking to do. What do you think?
Maybe Mohammad Shami is in the pecking order. Mohammad Shami is the one who's going to go. As of now, the way the management or the think tank thinking is, they are not very keen on Deepak Chahar. Although he bowled magnificently in the last game, maybe he bowled magnificently today as well. Then I don't know what they're going to do. As I'm saying all along, they got October 15th to decide the team, and maybe I just want to know who calls the shots. Is it Rahul Dravid? Is it Rohit Sharma? Or is it the selection committee? Or it's the BCCI. Yeah. So I really would not know. I would like to know, because you pick the guys who have performed. If I have to choose between Bhuvneshwar and Deepak Chahar, I'll any day go for Deepak Chahar. the way he performed in the last game, because he came out to prove a point to his management. Okay, I belong here. I'm better than you. Can't make me sit out and bring a guy from outside and make him play ahead of me. That is not fair. You know, so he proved a point. And the way he swung and bowled Bavuma and got Stubbs out, that showed he's a capable player. Not to forget, he can win you matches with the bat, which he has done a couple of times in international cricket. So he's a plus guy, and sure, I think he definitely needs a look in. Definitely needs a look in. I don't mind dropping Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who looks a very jaded Bhuvi. He's not the Bhuvi which we all know. So definitely might not be a bad idea, because you take, they say horses for courses, the informed players. And I think as of now, Bhuvi seems to be out of form, and Deepak Chahar is in form.
And also the new faces, sir, Rajat Patidar, he gets an opportunity, and also Mukesh Kumar. How do you look at that?
See, Rajat Patidar, a phenomenal performance by him. Against New Zealand A, he scored up 200. And Mukesh Kumar, he got a fifer against New Zealand in India A game, and he picked up 4 wickets in the Irani Trophy bowling, and he has a good record in white ball cricket. You know, his economy is 5.25 or something, so which is phenomenal to say the least. And he's a guy who bowls wicket to wicket and bowls very, very accurately. So I think these are two good choices. You're trying few youngsters. I hope Patidar and Mukesh get a game. So that is you can't pick up a guy and make him sit on the bench and then forget about him. That is my only cause of worry.
Okay, let's then come back to this game. Couple of things that India still, other than bowling and really hoping and praying that Jasprit Bumrah somehow makes it to the World Cup and that he's fit. But the one thing that Rohit Sharma also spoke about, sir, was the game time for Dinesh Karthik and Rishabh Pant. Do you see any change in, you know, maybe the batting order, maybe sending someone like a Rishabh Pant above, or Dinesh Karthik as well? Because, you know, that's one thing that they will be slightly worried about, because their top order has been performing, they've been getting runs, may not have done it consistently, but overall the top 3-4 guys have. Suryakumar Yadav, we know what he's been doing. Rishabh Pant and Dinesh Karthik, what do you think of that?
See, has he checked up with Dinesh Karthik? Does he want to bat at number 4 or 5? Because whatever I have heard about him, he only wants to bat the last 2 overs. And even Rahul Dravid wants him to bat only 2 overs. When the 5 overs, they send Akshar Patel, and you might see Ashwin going ahead of him. As far as Rishabh is concerned, definitely you can try him as an opener if you want. But will Rohit leave his place? Because he's struggling with the bat as well. So that is because I don't see any changes. It will be 1, 2, 3 the same, and even 4, Suryakumar Yadav. 5 might be Rishabh Pant. You know, it will be. I think it is going to be the same batting order. And Rishabh Pant, if he has to score runs, he has to score runs in the middle order. He has to show the management that he can do, and he is more useful to the side than Dinesh Karthik.
Just talking about the South African team as well, they've been good this year, sir. They've also, they have a very good record in India. They've not lost a T20 series here. For them, now, what we saw in the last game and how the team is that a one-off? Because you do expect a much better performance. You know, you want a far better contest between the number 1 T20 side in the world and the number 3 T20 side. How do you see them responding? Because they would want to keep that record intact as well of never having lost a series here.
See, last time they won the series because Bavuma got injured. Reza Hendricks came in his place. So then they had a very settled. But now that you're top on, he's a weak link. Believe you me, I'm not being very critical. He's a guy who went unsold even in his country's Premier League. So you can imagine how everybody else rates him. So he's there because of his color, if I may say. You know, if I may stick my neck out. Because South Africa, for me, will not win a side if Bavuma open the innings. And since he's a captain, he's got the right to open the innings or do whatever he wants to do. But the fact is, when you drop a guy who's in form, who's giving you great starts, and then it rubs into the, it comes down to the entirety. It definitely shakes the team spirit of the side. So that is where the problem is. And they are a great side. Quinton de Kock, Riley Rosso, and Aiden Markram, David Miller, Tristan Stubbs. They're phenomenal players. But only weak link is Babuma, and it'll depend how well he plays or how badly he plays. It'll depend on that if South Africa has to win this side in this match.
Okay, also just coming back to India's bowling, we've already discussed in detail, or even during the Australia series as well as in the Asia Cup, about Bhuvneshwar Kumar struggling in death overs, Harshal Patel making a comeback and not finding his rhythm, struggling in the death overs. The one good positive has been Akshar Patel, and he's really been a luxury for Rohit Sharma, because he brings him in the power plays and he gets you a wicket. He was the highest wicket taker in that Australia series as well. Now, when you see Akshar Patel doing what he's doing in these Indian conditions, how impactful do you think he will be in Australian conditions during the World Cup?
See, Meha is a very, very street smart bowler. He is not an orthodox bowler, very street smart bowler, and definitely a much better bowler than Ravindra Jadeja will ever. So definitely he's a plus, and any condition, he will always deliver for you. Because he's never a guy who's wanted by the management, but he always forces his way in, and whenever given an opportunity, he always performs, be it Test cricket, be it one-day cricket, or be it T20 cricket. So I find it as very good for Team India that Ravindra Jadeja is injured, and you got Akshar Patel, who at least guaranteed to bowl his quota of 4 overs. And another one is Ashwin. What are you going to do with Ashwin? Are you going to play Ashwin only when there are 3 or 4 left-handers, in the opposition?
Yeah.
So that is $1 million question. And if they're right-handers, you're not going to play him. I really don't know how they're going to deal with Ashwin, because he bowls economical. Akshar Patel, Ashwin are more economical than Akshar Patel and Yajavendra Chahal. So we'll have to wait and see how the management plans their inning, because against right-handers, Ashwin does not bowl his off spinners. He bowls his leg cutter, which is not the right thing to do, because you need wickets in those 6 to 14 overs. You need 2, 3, 4 wickets to put the brakes on the opposition.
Yeah. Also, Ashwin, I mean, last game he was given an opportunity and bowled really well in the middle overs along with Akshar Patel. So that was something, but again, conditions, as they say, was favourable to the bowlers. The other thing being now, you talked about Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul. His innings was, it divided the world, because there were some who said, look, he didn't need to go at a better strike rate. He was there. He finished the game for you. It doesn't matter. Why do you have to go at a strike rate of 150 plus when you can easily win the game and your score is just, to chase down his 106? What are your thoughts on that? KL Rahul's innings in the last game, was it too slow for the opener, for the kind of cricket that they want to play, or he just played according to the match?
I think I'll give them benefit of doubt in the last match, because there's not very many runs to it. So there's no need to panic, no need to go hammer and tong against South Africa. Because on the other side, other end, Surya Kumar Yadav was doing his business, and he was hitting them all around the park. So I think it was not a bad idea. He played the role of a sheet anchor, and which is not a bad thing. Out of the top 3, one of them has to play the role of a sheet anchor. Be it Rohit Sharma, be it Virat Kohli, or be it KL Rahul. If one of them plays a role of a sheet anchor, then you'll see we'll always end up 180, 190. But then who will do that? That role has not been defined. Because Rohit Sharma says, I'm going to throw my bat around. So I really don't know whether that is not his role. Then KL Rahul, he's always under pressure. So I think it was a good knock as far as I'm concerned, because the conditions were not easy. Ball was swinging around, darting around. So at least he hung around.
Okay.
Unlike Virat and Rohit, he hung around, had a big partnership with Surya Kumar Yadav, and won the game comfortably. That is what end of the day, you won the game comfortably.
Yeah, but I think with batting with Surya Kumar Yadav these days is just detrimental to the other batsman at the other end, because he makes you look bad. You can do what you want to do, but Suryakumar Yadav will make any other batsman, even a Virat Kohli, of course, form aside, but, you know, make them look bad because of how brilliant he has been. Even in that match, sir, some of those shots, and you knew that, you know, the ball was doing a lot, he was fearless. How does one explain this phenomena of Sky?
He's unbelievable. I've seen him playing domestic cricket. It took him time to make it to the international cricket. But he's taken to international cricket like that to water. He's playing international cricket the way he was playing domestic cricket.
Yeah.
So there's no change in his style of playing. And I think whosoever is batting with him, you know, I remember when Sachin used to play, Navjot Sidhu I was speaking to, he said, we don't look at the other end. We go and play our game. He is in a different league.
Yeah.
So I think they should, whosoever bats with him, should enjoy the game from the other end, because he's got the best seat in the stadium. So I think he's phenomenal, and we keep our fingers crossed that he keeps playing the way he's playing, and keep winning matches for India.
Yeah. And now let's talk about Jasprit Bumrah, as if we haven't already talked enough about him. But what to do? We're in a situation now, less than 2 weeks away for the T20 World Cup, and we still don't know whether Jasprit Bumrah is going to be available. The president of the BCCI is saying that, look, there is still no call that's been taken. We're hoping that he might get fit. Your thoughts on this? I mean, you find yourself so close to this big event. Even if he is available, or he will be available, or if he's not, what this has done is that this has sort of put you in this situation where you don't know what to do. You don't know whether you want to, you obviously want to have plan B and C. You want to make sure that, you know, disaster management has to be done. So you need to go for your different plans. But at the same time, you're hoping that he comes good. At the same time, will he be, you know, will that be a risk, taking him there and him breaking down after one game? So it has, in a way, even if right now we don't know the news, it has derailed India's plans, really.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one thing is guaranteed. He's not going to play. As far as I'm concerned, even if he does not have the stress fracture, if he's got the back injury, as we've been told that he does not have a stress fracture, now he's got the back injury, and he'll recover. Back injury, you don't recover. And anyway, he had this injury before.
Yeah.
So it is a resurface. You know, so definitely he'll be very, very tentative. And then if you keep taking him to Australia, making him sit in the dressing room, and every time hoping, okay, after this match, we'll play him. It plays on the morale of the side, morale of the other bowler. They don't know whether they're coming or they're going. Because the moment Bumrah is fit, he walks in. But if he's fit, is he 100%? Is he match fit? That we don't know. So I would not, you take him, but I think take him till 15th of October. After 15th of October, once and for all, decide, is he going to play or he's not going to play? If he's not going to play, I think you learn to play World Cup without Bumrah, because always there's somebody, nobody is indispensable. I know he's a phenomenal player for India, but somebody, always when the going gets tough gets going, somebody will crop up, and that is the nature of Indian cricket. You know, we never have a coaching center, academies from where we produce players. Players get produced on their own. They are natural cricketers. So I think Bumrah, once and all, the BCCI and the management and the selectors will have to decide on it, whether he's going or he's not going. You cannot be this way or that way.
Absolutely. Kind of. Absolutely. And also, I mean, we've seen what has happened. He was there, for his rehab, recovering from that injury, and you play 2 games and you're injured again. So there is no surety, even taking him there, whether that'll help. What if he gets injured again? Then you're again going back to square one, thinking, oh my gosh, now who should we play? So shouldn't you then prepare yourself from here on? Make your mind, say that, look, he's not going to be available, and then move forward. But then I guess that's the whole thing, the decision-making part of it. How do you do it when it's someone like Jasprit Bumrah who's involved, and on top of that, your bowling is struggling? I mean, I was looking at Harshal Patel's numbers, sir, and even Mohammad Shami, for the brilliant bowler that he is, he's only in the IPL this year. He's bowled mostly in the power plays. So who is your death bowler along with Arshdeep Singh? And Harshal Patel also, I was looking at his numbers, and the thing is that he's always been expensive. The only way he contains the runs is by taking wickets, but he always leaks runs as well. So I don't know.
I don't know. I was speaking to my friend. I said, as far as I'm concerned, Harshal Patel is going to lose the matches. He said, no, he's wonderful, and they have their opinion. He said, no, he's going to win us matches. I said, good luck to you. That is all I can say. But the fact is the way he's bowling. Because the problem, Meha, is before he got injured, he was bowling up full to the ball. But now, because he had side strains, so he's bowling much shorter. So Australians especially are very good on cut and pull, like Matthew Wade showed when he played against Harshal Patel. So he'll have to go. Whether he's 100% or not, we would not know. And whether he'll get his form back. And as you very rightly said, people go at the number of the wickets he has taken. They don't go at the and look at the economy of what Harshal Patel, the number of runs he concedes.
Yeah, his economy has always been on the expensive side. The other thing also now, one gets the sense that batsmen, because Matthew Wade said this as well when he played that wonderful innings, in the Australia series, and hit Harshal Patel for some 6s and 4s. And he said that he knows now, he's expecting those slower off-cutters from him. So he said that, now I know that this is what he's going to bowl, so I've prepared myself. And that's something now batters know about him. So that is another thing he'll have to deal with.
Definitely, because when you're new, people don't know about you. When you played few matches, then there are so many guys with their videos. The videos go around. They really go around to everybody, and everybody knows what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And there are experts sitting there who bisect you, dissect you, and then come up with the strategy. So you have to be one step ahead of the opposition if you want to be successful in international cricket.
Okay, sir, just coming back to the match now, what are you expecting from it? India batting first. What do you think is likely to be a good scorer? There's not too many matches. I think only one match has been played here, T20 International, which was a low-scoring one. India lost that match by, I think, 27 runs to Australia. The other one was washed out. And if you remember, we were talking about it on our desk, that was the time when they had hair dryers and steam irons out to dry the pitch. Yeah. But what are you expecting from today's game?
I think, Meha, if we get to 160, 160 will be probably a winning total of this. But not to forget that there might be due factor. If due factor comes, then 180, because the kind of bowling we are doing of late, because bowling is the weak link as of now. So it puts extra pressure on our batters. Yeah, how many? But I think 160 should be good enough, because Bavuma will be opening.
And KL Rahul's begun with a 4, so and this is Kagiso Rabada's first over. So, yeah, for people who are watching, first ball 4, sir. KL Rahul's showing his intent today. We'll hopefully get to see. We'll hopefully get to see a good innings.
Because he's a capable player. He's really a capable player. But depends, can he continue? That is the million-dollar question. And who is going to play the role of a sheet anchor?
Ashok Malhotra, always a pleasure to have you, sir, here. Thank you so much for taking the time out and talking to us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, that's it then. News9 Sports is what you need to subscribe to for all the latest. Hopefully, we'll get a full game with India winning this one, and with that, winning the series. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.